This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 444, Customer Service Skills. How would you handle these awkward situations? Part 1, by Steve Chou of MyWifeQuitHerJob.com. And I am your narrator, Dan. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're having a great weekend so far if you're listening in real time. And this is the podcast where I read to you from some of the very best blogs on entrepreneurship. What we do is we get the permission from these authors, these bloggers, to share their content, and then we bring it to you in audio form, just 5 or 10 minutes a day to help you optimize your business life. Now, I've got a bit of a longer post for you today, so I'm going to break it into 2 parts, the first half right now, then the second for you tomorrow. So for now, let's get right to part 1 of this post as we start optimizing your life. Customer Service Skills. How would you handle these awkward situations? Part 1, by Steve Chou of MyWifeQuitHerJob.com. If you've been selling physical products online for any length of time, chances are you've hit a few snafus along the way where good customer service skills have come in handy. Even if you run a robust operation, processing large volumes of orders inevitably results in mistakes and situations that are beyond your control. For example, most online stores rely on third-party shippers to deliver their products to the end customer. Well, what happens when there's a breakdown with your shipper? When something doesn't get delivered, is it the shipper's fault or yours? When a customer makes a complaint, do you trust that they're telling the truth? With the holiday selling season right around the corner, these problems only get amplified. For example, you have to deal with customers wanting to make returns. You have to interact with frustrated people trying to make last-minute purchases for their friends and loved ones, and you have to deal with fraudulent orders. In this post, I'm going to present some of the major customer service dilemmas that we've faced over the years and how we resolved them. Did we do the right thing? You be the judge. Customer service dilemma number 1, order not complete. Several months ago, a customer purchased several dozen linen napkins from our store, and she needed them shipped immediately via UPS next day air. It wasn't a huge order, but it was large enough that we marked her as a possible long-term B2B customer in our database. As a result, we paid extra attention. Anyway, the linens were delivered on time, and everything seemed to be okay, but the following day, she called to complain that we shortchanged her on her order. She ordered 4 dozen napkins, but claimed to have only received 3 dozen. Now, it's entirely possible that we screwed up. But here's the thing. 1, we processed her order with extra care since she was a potential repeat customer. 2, each set of napkins weighs 1.2 pounds, and her package weighed over 5 pounds. It's highly unlikely that we didn't pack her order correctly, and we were fairly confident that she was lying to get free product. How would you deal with this issue? Would you denounce her as a no-good lying cheater, or would you ship her another dozen napkins? Customer service dilemma number 2, package lost in the mail. This particular customer ordered some handkerchiefs from us 3 weeks before her wedding date. Under normal circumstances, her order should have been delivered within 2 to 5 business days through the United States Postal Service, but for some reason her package was delayed in transit. In any case, this customer called us inquiring why it was taking so long for her order to be delivered, and after checking the tracking number, her order appeared to be in transit, but 2 weeks had already passed. Based on the delivery confirmation, she had not received her order yet, and it was starting to look like her order was either lost in the mail or severely delayed. Seeing as her wedding date was rapidly approaching, we had a hard decision to make. Do we ask her to wait and jeopardize her not getting her order on time? Do we send her another package and have her mail the duplicate shipment back to us? What would you do? Customer service dilemma number 3, package marked as delivered but not received. This particular customer contacted us about an order she placed over a month ago, and when we checked her tracking number, it indicated that her package was successfully delivered. But even though tracking indicated otherwise, the customer claimed that she never received it and demanded a refund. Because the package was marked as delivered, do we trust the customer or the United States Postal Service? Is the customer lying? What would you do, and would the dollar amount of the order affect your decision? Customer service dilemma number 4. Accepting personal checks. Some of our customers don't feel comfortable paying by credit card. As a result, we also accept cashier's checks and money orders as payment methods. One time a customer placed an order and opted to pay by cashier's check, but she sent us a personal check instead. And to make things more complicated, she paid extra for overnight delivery. Now, normally we don't accept personal checks, but this was a fairly large purchase and I didn't want to lose out on the extra money. Plus, the lady came across as really sweet over the phone. Now, the safest way to accept a personal check is to wait a full 5 days for the check to completely clear prior to sending out the package. But this lady was in a rush, so her order needed to be shipped immediately. Would you go through with this transaction or void the order? And customer service dilemma number 5, incorrect personalization. One of the key value propositions for our store is that we offer custom personalization. For example, customers have the option of adding a 3-letter monogram to their wedding handkerchiefs. But while personalization is a huge profit center for us, it causes one major problem. Customers often make mistakes and blame you for it. One time, we had a customer spend hundreds of dollars on monogrammed handkerchiefs only to complain that we embroidered the initials in the wrong order. You would think pretty straightforward, right? Long story short, she mixed up the letters, and as a result, all of the monogrammed handkerchiefs in her order were stitched out incorrectly. Then she got angry and demanded that everything be redone despite the fact that it was her mistake. What would you do here? You can hear our responses in tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled Customer Service Skills. How would you handle these awkward situations? By Steve Chou of MyWifeQuitHerJob.com. Not all work collaboration tools are created equal. Some help you organize your company's information. Others allow you to manage projects together. Notion does both. It's one tool for your whole team to do it all, so beautifully designed, everyone will want to use it. For companies of all sizes, Notion provides one central and customizable workspace that can be tailored to fit any team and bring all teams together to get more done and move faster. Notion is an all-in-one team collaboration tool that combines note-taking, document sharing, wikis, project management, and much more into one space that's simple, powerful, and beautifully designed. Find out how Notion may be the missing piece your team needs to grow, get more done, and delight everyone who uses it in the process. It's what our team here at OLD uses to keep track of everything, and we highly recommend it. Learn more and get started for free at Notion.so. You can check it out on your own and invite as many folks as you want to see how it works. Take the first step toward an organized, happy team today. Again, at Notion.so. That's Notion.so. And thanks so much to Steve for letting us share his work here on the show regularly. When his wife became pregnant and she planned to stay home with the baby, they knew that they'd need to find more income. So they started a little online store called Bumblebee Linens. Well, in just 1 year, they were able to replace his wife's salary of $100K per year, and they started My Wife Quit Her Job to document all of it, including income reports. And as you've heard Steve mention in other posts over the years, he was able to leave his job too, so it's not just his wife who quit her job anymore. Steve has also started the Sellers Summit, which was virtual this past year, and you can learn more about that at sellerssummit.com. And that does it for today's episode of Optimal Startup Daily. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks so much for spending part of it with me. And I will see you back here tomorrow. That's where we're going to finish up this post from Steve and where your optimal life awaits.